Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Dr. Marcel. I'm the founder of Study in Bosnia, and in today's video I will talk to you about the possibility to study medicine, dentistry or nursing at the East-Sarajevo University in Foča. So for everyone that has heard of the university or is just curious, I'm gonna dive deep into everything you should know, so stay tuned. The East-Sarajevo University is situated in Sarajevo per se. However, there is an important catch. If you want to study medicine or dentistry, that will be in the medical faculty, which is somewhere entirely else. It is in Foča, a small city 1 hour and 20 minutes away from the capital and away from the airport, right? It is still the most reachable point from the airport, so it would be, after Sarajevo, the best flight connection you could possibly have, better than in Banja Luka or better than in Mostar. However, it is not directly situated in Sarajevo. And I've heard that some agencies that are from overseas, that are not from Europe, but maybe from India or other countries, are not completely transparent with that. So maybe I'm saving some people who believe they're going to study in Sarajevo, which will not be the case. Your campus will be somewhere else. You will never need to go to Sarajevo, to the main university. You will always be in the medical faculty in Foča. You can even consider it itself like its own little universe, its own university. You have nothing to do with the main building in Sarajevo. Your medical faculty is very big, it is very modern, and there's nothing bad about it. In fact, it's my favorite university in Europe because, to be quite honest, I think that it is even better than the university where I studied, and I studied in the capital of Bulgaria, in Sofia, which was a huge university. It was bigger than Foča. It had 12 university hospitals. It had one big dental clinic with 12 stores tall. It was the biggest dental clinic, or is still until today the biggest dental clinic in Bulgaria. And yet it is not that modern than in Foča, where they have an intraoral scanner. They have a lot of modern equipment. And most importantly, the team is very young, motivated and driven, and they're really friendly. I'm super amazed by this university team. I think it's one of the best options you can take. Of course, it's not directly in Sarajevo, but that's not a problem at all. In fact, many of my students love it there. It's directly where all the nature adventures are. So all the tourism, a lot of the tourism that is related to sports is taking place there in Foča. You have around 40 rafting stations in that area. It's absolutely crazy. You have the national park, and you have the biggest or the only remaining jungle in Europe. So it's absolutely fascinating. You can do horse riding, you can do water sports. Students are really happy there, and if they want to experience the big buzz of the big city, then they can just take the bus to Sarajevo, or they can take a taxi, which is also very affordable, especially if you're a group of students. So you have the big city, you have a good airport connection, but you don't have the high cost of the big city. You have affordable tuition fees, and please keep in mind, these tuition fees are only low because the life there on the campus in a smaller city is more affordable, salaries are lower for the professors and so on. And most importantly, this university is growing, so they plan to double their capacity. And for that reason, the medical faculty has relatively low tuition fees. They will increase for new incoming students, of course, every year. However, once you secured your seat, you have fixed tuition fees for the rest of your university life. So it's a little bit a secret tip, and I can totally recommend it. When you do the consultation with me, we will see, are you a fit? Can I place you here? Is it your best options, or do you have a bigger budget? Maybe is another university more suitable for you? That we can discuss, you and me, in person, over Zoom, or maybe just a WhatsApp call, or if you prefer messaging, that goes as well. I do these consultations myself 100% of the time. I think it's the most important step you take on your entire journey. We as Study in Bosnia accompany you through your studies until your graduation and into your job placement, and we do all the work for you. You just have to concentrate on studying, becoming a good doctor. We take care of the entire rest, including language learning for Germany or Switzerland, if you want to go that pathway. So for me, one of the best options in my opinion, and whether it's the best option for you, that we can find out. You can find the information to book a meeting down below the video, or you go and study-in-bosnia.com, and there you can also find everything that you need, more information, and the information on how to book an appointment with me that is 100% for free, of course. So let's see. I've put together some important facts that you should know about this university. So the university campus is alongside a big river. It's a very elongated campus that basically starts with the medical faculty itself and ends with the dental faculty. And in between are all those buildings they share, right? The hospital, the preclinical buildings that also dental students go to, right? The anatomical building, all that is in between, and you have the medical and the dental building separated. However, you should know that there is no separate dental faculty, that in some countries, the universities, or in even some universities, they have a separate dental faculty. Here in Foča, in East-Sarajevo University, you have the medical faculty, which is comprised of the dental and the medical buildings and study programs in English. And there is the Vice Dean, which is in control of the dental part of the dental program, and there's the Dean, who's in control of the medical program. Both programs are the same cost. It's 3,500 euro per year at the moment. And for nursing, which is also in English available since this year, it's 2,000 euros per year. So it's 1,750 euro per semester, which is makes it the most affordable university in the whole European continent at the moment. Living costs are also very low. I don't think you will get it any more affordable. It's 350 to 400 euro per month living costs, and that in a city that's absolutely beautiful, that has a lot to offer, that is half Christian, half Islamic, so you can just be very relaxed when it comes to religion, culture differences, headscarf, everything doesn't matter. You can live however you like. You have a village of 20,000 people, everyone knows everyone, there's no crime, it's 100% safe, and 3,000 different students from over 30 countries live there. So you can imagine people are very relaxed there when it comes to cultural differences. So you have total costs approximately of 7,000 euros per year. With that, you can calculate well, you will get visa with that. So there is no problem if you have 7,000 euros per year. If you have less, it can be managed as well, but you should just know for yourself 1,750 euro semester fee. By the way, visa is never a problem. It's very easy to get visa. 100% of our applicants receive visa. There's just a blacklist of very few countries that you cannot come from to study here, but it's very limited. It's like North Korea and some other countries that are, for political reasons, on a blacklist. However, we will figure that out fast in the consultation, so don't worry about that. 20,000 inhabitants, 3 disciplines in English language. It's 100% in English, so you will never need to speak Bosnian. However, it's helpful because in the hospital it will make things more easy, so that's why they provide also some Bosnian Serbian language courses for you, which makes it easier for you to accommodate, also to make local friends, because if you just speak a few phrases, that's already enough. You will show respect to the locals, and I can totally recommend you. In our membership app, when you are one of our clients, you will have a crash course in the local language as well for each of the countries that we work with. And here in Study in Bosnia, which is my Bosnian agency, there you have a Serbian language course. So you will already arrive a little bit prepared. You will know some phrases, the most important words, and how to communicate the most important things, right? So the semester fees are paid per semester, so it's no annual fee, and it can't be paid monthly. It's really 1,750 euro per semester, and that's the tuition fee that you pay for the program. The program is 6 years, and it's it fulfills the minimum requirements of the European Union. What does it mean? So it's built after the Croatian model, the curriculum. It's a European Union accredited curriculum, and that means that you have basically the European standard, the European Union standard. So in 2006, the European Union put out a curriculum, that a guideline that all the universities in the European Union should follow, and they had 2 years to implement it. So all the European Union countries implemented it. However, a lot of the European Union candidates that are also part of the Bologna process also implemented it. So in Bosnia, all of these universities have implemented the program, so you won't have any problem to work in Europe because you fulfill their minimum standards. And there's like a procedure. So if you're from a European Union country, like I studied in the European Union, you go one pathway for the recognition in countries like Germany. And if you come from a non-European country, you do a different pathway. However, the first step of the pathway, however, is that they will assess if you fulfill the minimum requirements of the European Union, if you have all the ECTS points, all the most important subjects. And if you cover that as you studied in Bosnia, then you don't have to worry about the rest. You should only be able to speak the language, pass the general German knowledge exam if you're talking about Germany, or you pass the specific terminology exam of medicine in German. So there are 2 language exams, but you don't have to do the knowledge test, as you already fulfill the minimum requirements of the European Union, something you won't if you studied in Ukraine, for example. They don't have that. Or if you studied in India, in Turkey, and so on, you won't have that. However, if you study in Bosnia or even in Serbia, then you will have no problem. In Serbia, it depends on the university. In Bosnia, it's very straightforward. It's the best country from the non-European Union countries, because there you actually have the Croatian model. In Serbia, there are some universities who also have implemented some European Union diplomas, but that's very limited. And in Bosnia, all of the universities have it, including the East-Sarajevo University in Foča. And that's why we have many German students there. In fact, we have every year 20 students from Germany. We have some from Switzerland. There's a lot of big group of Italian students. We have people from all over the world, but European Union countries go there as well, students from the European Union, because it's very easy to get even single diplomas recognized. So what the Italians do very well, and very often, nearly all of the time, they transfer back to their home country after a while. So they start here, and then after some years they disappear to their home country and transfer to their home universities. And it's also possible for German students. However, a lot of the Germans we have, they are very happy there, and they don't have any intention to transfer back to their home country. So I think I mentioned the most important things about finance, about the degree, about the duration. Maybe to give you more insight, because a lot of you are confused when I talk to you guys about the kind of degree. So I talked about that it's a European Union degree. However, maybe you're confused, what is the bachelor master system? Is it a state exam? Is it a master system? So it works like this. It's a state exam degree, which means that you study 6 years. After that, you have in the last year you have a state exam, and then you are basically a medical doctor or a dentist, and that is equivalent to a master, right? It's a 6 years master equivalent, and there's no bachelor master system. So you're master of medicine, master of dentistry. However, it's state exam, like in Germany, like in Italy, like in most, like 90% of the European Union countries. I think there's some exceptions in Switzerland, there's some exception in Netherlands that implemented bachelor master also in medicine, but the rest of the countries, they remained with the old model, which is that you have a state exam in the end, and you don't have like, you don't split up your degree into different parts. You have just a big program that is one, and it's 6 years, and it ends with a big state exam where you cover the most important subjects and the most important stuff, and once you pass that, then you're a doctor. So I hope I clarified those questions. Also, specialization programs. We started to roll out a specialization program in dentistry, which is either orthodontics or oral surgery. It is in collaboration with the University of Belgrade in Serbia. So that is the pathway program after your graduation. to become a specialist. And in medicine, we also working on a program of specialization. If you're interested in specializing after your medical program, you can contact me and I can tell you how far we got and what fields we have to offer. So much about that. A little bit more about our collaboration you will find in the video that I will link down below here in the info description, and also on the homepage study-in-bosnia.com. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.